good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome. This is Blackthorn Brews, your weekly dose of cosmic tea. And before we get into it, I have not even had a full cup of coffee, so bear with me. This is going to be an adventure. And also say thank you to Elisa of Elisa Soul Kisses, who has sponsored this video. Like she does once a month. She has her crystal extravaganza, her sale, her event, and we honor her as a thank you um, by making this video public. So yeah, I hope everyone's been having a great weekend. It's sunny here in Northern California. Did I already say that? It's recording this on April 21st, 2024. It's 9:39 a.m. here in Northern California. We're recording for the week ahead. April 21st all the way through the 27th. We're working with the writer Waite-Smith tarot. And so yeah. Yeah. Haven't had a full cup of coffee in me. Uh, oh my gosh. Well, good morning, Diane. Hello, welcome. I'm so excited for your whole setup. I can't wait to see it like in its full glory. That's gonna be great. I love it. I love it. You know what I don't love though? Is putting that stuff together. It's a lot. It's a lot. And what I have found lately, so like back in the day, because I'm ancient, back in the day when you bought something, they would give you full on details on how to put these things together. And now it seems there's even more parts to put together with a lot of stuff, and the instructions are worse. It's just like this desk that I'm using, I have now, which I love, I absolutely love. The instructions were simply pictures, like diagram, like a huge diagram, sorry, and no like actual words. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, we'll figure this out. And it took forever. It took me forever to put together. So yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this. I am here. So yeah. I mean, that's yeah, it's crazy. Like I used to be like, why do they have to write everything out so much, when you complain? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish they would write everything out so much because I can't. When they put like it's a whole diagram, like a whole diagram, and like all of these things connecting to this and this and this and this, and it's a lot to take in. It's like you get overstimulated. um yeah. So, welcome everybody. We're going to do a week ahead divination session. And so, what I ask of you is just to take some time to ground and center, take some time to focus on your breathing, take some time to just tune in with your present moment, present space, present location, wherever you are in this universe. Take some time to do that. And when you're ready, call in your spirits, your guides, your gods, your allies, your ancestors. Call in all the good stuff for your highest and best. Call that energy in, that vibration in, and honestly allow it to impress upon you, allow it to inspire you, to motivate you, to help you as we navigate this co-creative adventure. All right. And so when you're ready, go ahead and choose the first one or two numbers that sort of tug at your dominant psychic trait, however you receive information. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. The first one or two numbers that tug at your dominant psychic trait. You can comment or write down. It is your preference. You don't have to comment if you don't want to. I like hearing from y'all, so if you can, go for it. And just know this is a collective reading. This is a collective expression of energy for the week. And you choosing the first like one or two numbers that tug at your dominant psychic trait help you to take a very collective experience and kind of personalize it a little more, make it a little more personal. And so it just helps. So let's see. Let's see what we have. Let's see what's in store. All right. I think that's good. All right. Boom. Boom and boom. Okay. Let's see. Card one is, what is it? Ooh, the nine of coins, nine of pentacles. Card one. Card two is, oh my, interesting. The eight. The eight of coins, eight of pentacles. Fascinating. Two pentacles, two coins card so far. Card three is, ooh, the four of wands. Okay. Four of wands. Three. So card four. Okay. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna sneeze, I think. No. Sorry. Um, the three of coins, three of pentacles, card three. Do you see like the first two is like okay, nine and then eight, and then the second set is four and three. So let's see what the last I knew it was gonna be a major. Oh, I just knew it. It was like a major or an ace because that would fall in line with the sequence of cards, right? And so we have the nine. Let's see. We have the nine of coins first, card one. We have the eight of coins, card two. We have the four of wands, card three, or our core card. We have the three of coins, three of pentacles, card four, and card five. We end and seal in with judgment reversed, which is a major arcana card. Yeah. All right. So what do we think of this? Let's find out. The first thing that I do notice is actually we have a lot of upright cards, which I love. It's a great thing because we've been talking so much about reversals lately. It's a lot, but I do like we have a lot of upright cards. Not that upright is good and reversed is bad because it's not. It's just energy. It's data that we work with. So we have that's one thing I noticed. Like okay, we have some fluidity here. We have some things that we're going through. It's not going to be so challenging. This is like okay, this is a flow that we're going with, right? Just in overall energy. And another thing that the other thing that I recognize is we have three coins, so three pentacles cards, and so we recognize that the dominant energy, the dominant influence here is going to be coins, pentacles, which earth energy. Anything we associate with the physical earth, our mundane realm, resources, money, financial stuff, the body, the physical body, right? So it's like really physical stuff. How we obtain the money, how we receive money, how we work with like the physical resources to engage and interact with our mundane world. So we know that this week is really going to be about being tuned in and being present with our actual everyday, like day to day life, day to day dealings. And so the nine of coins is the first card, as we've expressed. So the nine of coins to me is again, nines are like this very unique expression of energy because it's like they're this sort of finalization of something, but it's also the preparation of something. So I feel like with the nine, it's like okay, we're finalizing a stage or finalizing a contract for money, right? And but we're also preparing, so it's kind of like someone who's getting a new job offer. We're finalizing the details or finalizing the things, but we're also preparing for work. Does that make sense? So that's kind of like the energy that is being initiated as we start the week, and to look to be grateful and appreciative of the things that we do have. And I think that is also very important is to look again here, to look at all of the things we have, focus on what we enjoy. Like we've created a really good space for us. We're happy, and we have things. But I will also say that this card is kind of, this card always has felt lonely to me. And not necessarily in a bad way, and not extreme isolation, but it's like if I build myself up, right? And I build myself up and I have all the things, but I don't have anyone to share it with. Um, it's a little boring. And I feel with the nine of coins, there might be this slight boredom energy in your physical life right now. Like, I have this and I like it. I'm not ungrateful, but I'm also a little bored with what I have. I'm a little bored with where my life is sort of it's at a sort of standstill. And well, yeah, I'm going through the motions and I have a really good life and it feels really good. I'm kind of there's a dullness to it. Does that make sense? And so, interestingly enough, the nine, the way it's positioned next to the eight, okay, she's looking back, or he or they are looking back at the eight. So they're looking towards the, I should say, not looking back, but they're in their body language, they're kind of like doing this. And so they're looking towards the next card. They're looking towards the eight of pentacles, the eight of coins. And so we recognize that's something that we should pay attention to. That's something that we should be aware of. So what am I kind of like daydreaming about? I feel like this is someone, or this is the type of energy, like I am dreaming about a different type of work, or even if it's like a side hustle, or if it's like a it's a side job, or it's not, it's something that takes, that's not the main sort of influence of your work. Does that make sense? And so I feel like with the nine of coins next to, in the second card, the eight of coins, we're happy, we're good, we have it good, but it also could be like a business seeking to expand. Like we've kind of done our thing here, we've grown, we're building a really good business, it works well, but I feel like I'm bored with this. Like, I'm grateful for this, absolutely, but I've built it and I've given it what I can and it's doing well. And so I need a challenge now. I need something that's going to maybe put me to work, put my skills to work, right? And I feel like that's something that you have to be aware of this week as well. It's like, where are my skills best used? Like, I want to do something, and so let me pay attention to what type of work that I want to do. And I think that it's going to be important for us to be open to. It's going to be important for us to even open to having the conversations with the important people in our lives, where it's like, you know what? I love this work. I love this, but I feel like there's a change. I feel like there's a shift here. I feel like maybe I want to explore something different. And it might be a shocker for some, but I feel like that conversation needs to be had and be experienced. Like, I'm not being satisfied here. And this could be, again, be the body. It's like, okay, maybe I'm what I've been doing. Like, I'm happy. I'm not necessarily unhappy with my body. I'm not unhappy with what's going on, but I don't feel challenged, and I want a challenge, and I want to grow, and I want to be better for myself, not anyone else, but for myself. And so I think I'm going to work on a new nutrition program, or I'm going to start working on maybe building muscle, or I'm going to start doing something really good for my body. Like, maybe I'm going to go for walks, or maybe I'm going to go and enjoy nature, or learn about hiking and doing that. So does that make sense? And so with the two cards together, I feel like there's this stillness and energy. Nothing terrible. It's not bad. It's just that there's this newness, this desire to explore something new that is coming through, and we need to pay attention to new opportunities for growth that require work. That require us to work, that require us to actually use tools or degrees or whatever that we've focused on, and put it into use, put it into action. Well, hello, Dragon Dancer. I hope you're having fun, enjoying your time away. So hello, have fun, and goodbye. Um, Card three, the core card, four of wands. Okay. And I actually really like this at the core. Like, this is a feel good reading, which we don't always get. I like this at the core, and again, coming after like the eight of pentacles, like, you know what, relationships, our life, our home, our mundane world. It's effort. It doesn't just boom, become happy, become good. It's effort. It requires us to invest. It requires us to do the work. It requires us to say, you know what, maybe we're bored now. now. And this could even be in like relationships. Like, you know what? Maybe we're a little bored. What do we do? Like, how can we and how can we expand, or how can we do something that's a little more fun, a little more engaging, a little more present? And the four of wands says there's a sturdy foundation here. There's like a solidness here that we can actually explore and enjoy. But we just need to be mindful that it is something that we have to put forward. It is something that we have to decide, this is what we want. And I think again, this is about being very clear in engaging, very clear in your words and how you speak, but also in your actions. Like, be clear in your actions, do what you say you're going to do, don't put it off. Be about that life, right? Be about being what you say you're about. And so I like the four of wands here because it brings in this fiery nature, this excitement. It's not too fiery because we have a lot of earth around it, but it's just enough to be to initiate that sort of what am I trying to say? It's just enough fire to initiate that excitement, that sort of motivation, that drive to build. And then I feel like with the three of coins here, this does mean this means like we're planning something. We're planning an event. I don't know if someone's going to be getting married or what. We're planning an event. We're planning an adventure. I do find with the three of coins, especially for this week, it's about planning maybe a getaway, a vacation, or just, a little family outing. It really can be so many different things. Or coven, right? Like getting together with your coven, getting together with your people that matter to you, forming a group. Just so hilarious because I've been thinking about doing that here, but I don't know. But with the three of coins, it is like, let's get together. Let's not really and this is a thing too. It's not involving everybody just yet. So, because you can see that they're kind of together in secret, they're planning, they're communicating, they're not involving all the people. So it's like it's you know how when people are pregnant, and a lot of times I forget the week mark, but like, a lot of people don't want to express or share that they're pregnant until they pass a certain period of pregnancy where it's safer to announce, like, okay, this child is most likely going to be moving forward with us. So I know a lot of people who've been pregnant and have done that and expressed their concern. And so I feel it's a lot like that. So before, like, you're working on something and you have this idea that you want to birth 12 weeks. Okay, yeah. I was like, I know I forget the week amount, but I know that there's an amount, before, you're kind of not fully in the clear, but like it's solidified. It's you're in a better space. Like, okay, this can be something. So I feel like with the three of coins, it's kind of the same type of energy where we need to recognize that let's not share our ideas and thoughts with everyone. Let's make sure to connect with, first of all, the people who are going to be involved, that we want involved. Let's connect there. Let's discuss. Let's plan. Let's get something going. But before we actually have those foundational conversations and experiences, uh let's not share with the world right now. Does that make sense? And so that's where the three of coins comes in for the week ahead. And then let me get a little sip, you guys, y'all. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I haven't even had a full cup. And we're doing this. I think we're succeeding. That's another thing that wrong with this stuff. Like, that was embarrassing. But this gets like, yeah. Anyways, so then we have this major arcana card that sort of ends the week ahead. So it's ending the week ahead, but also initiating the next. So that's interesting to me. And it's Judgment reversed, major arcana. What does it say to you? I feel again with judgment reversed, you can see there's a call to action. There's a call to doing something. And I feel like with judgment reversed, it's just sort of like reiterating or solidifying the concept that it's our physical world, or your physical, your life, your body, your mundane reality that needs attention, right? You need to pay attention. We need to pay attention to details in our lives, in interacting with our peoples, in engaging, in sharing space, in whatever it is that we're actually a part of physically. Like we need to be present because upright, it could also be like mediumship, but like I feel like with the upright it's like, oh, we're being called to something higher. um Reverse, it's this calling down of energy that's more mundane, more physical. And so we have all of these coins cards, and so I feel like that's why it's so important this week for us to pay attention to our business, our finances, our relationships, our families, our physical applications, the body, all of that. And so with judgment being reversed here, I think there's this extreme emphasis and importance of, let me like pull my head out of being in the clouds and be rooted in the physical, so I can pay attention to what is actually going on, so I can show up with what's going on and be mindful, and pay attention. That's a huge thing that's being expressed, is pay attention. And it's so important for us, because if we don't pay attention to the people in our lives, if we don't pay attention to what's right in front of us, you never know where that is going to go. You never know what can be taken, right? And I don't say that to worry anybody, but I think that's just natural. When we don't give attention to what is right in front of us, someone else, something else will. And you can't blame that experience on anyone else, right? We have to take responsibility for what we're not paying attention to, and show up. That's with our families, is with anything. Um, with our finances, like, oh, I'm not going to deal with this, not going to, like, we have to. And so what do you think of this? What do you make of the week ahead? I think that this is actually a really good week for us. I feel like this is about understanding that I am grateful for where I am. I'm grateful for the steps that I've been taking, but I also know that I want to kind of push myself to do something different and maybe expand, or I want to explore something new that's going to require me to work for it. And it's physical work. It's putting my skills, or the things to use. Like I need to be working on something. I have greatness and have wonderful experiences, but I need to be working on something to make more of something, to help stimulate me, right? And when we show up for that, when we show up in our reality, in our physical world, and we show like, hey, we care, we build a really great foundation. So I do find that this week is going to help us set. So pay attention to what's being said this week. Pay attention to the relationships. Pay attention to everything that's being expressed, because we are being given an opportunity this week to sort of set those foundations, like really strengthen foundation in our everyday life, in our physical body, in our mundane dealings, and recognize like it is important, whatever we're putting together. If you have an idea, if you have something that you want to work on, an event that you're planning, don't share too much unless you're talking to the people involved. Excuse me. Because again, you want to make sure you get everyone on the same page before you start telling everybody. Otherwise, someone else might be saying something to someone else, and it's a mess. So don't let anyone know all of your ideas unless you trust them, you want they can help you. So be mindful of what you share your new dealings or your new doings with. And also, it's a time for us this week to plan what we are going to be doing, to plan like our to come up with a plan for how we're going to be more involved in our physical day-to-day life, and what we kind of want to do and what we want to work towards. And as a family unit, what can we do to just be happier and to do better and to show up more. And then recognizing it ends with judgment reverse, which is more of like this call to being present in this moment. It's this actionable energy where it's like, hey, pay attention to pay attention to this life, pay attention to this world. And so I believe judgment is also associated with Golden Dawn. I believe it's associated with like the elemental force of fire. And so we also recognize like, oh, a reversed fire. It's like, okay, we need to bring more like sort of fire back to our life, because there's a lot of grounding, but we need that insight, we need that motivation, we need that excitement back. And so allow that excitement, or the desire for the excitement, to sort of fuel what we talk about, what we plan this week. So with that being said, y'all, I hope you can take something from this and use it and make it yours. That's what is important. And again, thank you, Elisa of Elisa Soul Kisses, for sponsoring this video and making it available to everybody. Again, check her out. Elisa Soul Kisses, and she's having a crystal sale at this moment. So yeah, thank you. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And for my patrons, I'll be back in just a few with the rest of our videos. We're going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So yeah, if you want as well, check me out on Patreon. Patreon.com/House of Blackthorn. You can sign up as a free member, and when I do public content, you'll receive little perks from there. It just helps me connect with everybody. Or sign up as a paid member and get exclusive content, which I post a lot. But I love doing it. I love engaging and sharing. So thank you, and I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.